Bang, 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 bang. Boom goes the dynamite. Welcome to the AVG Fantasy Football Podcast. It's Season 3, Episode 82. My name is Michael Marcanio. I'm here with Tyler Revelis, also known as your boy T, also known as Tyler. And then on the right, we have Andre Navarro, also known as Kyler. We got let me get your audio on there. We got Tyler and Kyler. The best duo ever.
Dude, it's fucking
People are like, oh, Aaron Rodgers, Devante Adams, great duo. No, fuck you. Kyler and Tyler, dude.
You need to get a dude named Tyler on there.
They need to sign Tyler Lockett on the Cardinals.
I still don't understand the Kyler.
Me either.
But I'm rolling with it, dude. I'm going with it, dude. It's week 15.
I dreamt it.
Guys,
and Tyler.
I with the punches, dude.
This, you know what? We're going with the punches. We just started this podcast, but I know this is probably going to be the best episode of the podcast we've ever recorded in our lives. It's almost 11 p.m. in Las Vegas. An hour late. We were supposed to record an hour ago, but look, we're here. All right.
Yeah, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day or in an hour.
No, it wasn't. Thanks. If you've checked this out, we're gonna go over start sits for the week 15, which is week 2 of most people's playoffs. If you do the double week playoffs, well, tell your commissioner that you want out, or you need to change the rules next year because those leagues suck. But it should be week 2 of your playoffs. Hopefully, you're doing well. And we're going to try and help you guys start and sit who you need to for the win this week. So these starts and sits are always, we'll get into that. But
yes,
go ahead and subscribe to us on the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We have some questions we should be answering in this episode. Those came from Twitter. So if you want to go look in the link down below in the description, there will be a Twitter handle.
To the White Claw.
Yeah.
Oops. You know what I mean.
It's all right. You know. But yeah, go ahead and do that. If you don't have time for the entire episode and you just want to check out, like, say you need a running back, there's a table of contents within the description down below as well. And it has timestamps when we talk about everything. So all that being said, go ahead and subscribe to us on the Apple Podcast app. All that good stuff. All those links are down in the description below. What's it called? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and a quick message before we start from our sponsor. Probably thinking to yourself, how did Michael teleport to a tropical beach setting? Well, I'm on vacation. You know why? Thrive Fantasy. Thrive Fantasy is a new DFS app for prop bets. They've streamlined the drafting process and eliminated the need to do unnecessary hours of research by using only top-tier athletes. Instead of this traditional salary cap format, you build your lineup around a list of prop bets. For each contest, you need to choose 10 of the 20 prop bets, plus 2 ice picks. Ice is in case of emergency picks that protect you from any late scratches or postponed games. Each unique prop has an over-under. So basically what it is, over-under, picking 10 players, whether or not they're going to go over under receiving yards, passing yards, things like that, rushing yards. So each time, if you do over, if it's high, more chance of going under, you'll get more points for the under. I've been making extra cash. That's why I'm on vacation in Hukalaka Chica. Thrive Fantasy is a pretty sweet app. They're sponsoring the podcast. So if you sign up for Thrive Fantasy, you use the promo code AVG. You have to deposit between $20 to $50. They will match up to $50. So say you put in $40, they'll match you. You have $80 in the app now of credits to use and try and win throughout the year. I'm in the tropics. I'm getting a nice tan. I know I'm white as shit. It's my first day here, but I'm going to be looking good soon enough. And I'm able to afford this vacation because I make sweet fucking moves with Thrive Fantasy. All you got to do is beat other people using the app. You don't have to, beat Vegas. You have to just beat other people. Go ahead and try and check out the Thrive Fantasy app. If you download it, use promo code AVG. You'll be able to get some free credit, free money. Helps us out on the podcast, supports us. So go ahead, check out Thrive Fantasy. We're super happy to be working with them. If you love football, they do all their bets too. They actually have like cricket on there, which is pretty nuts. So check out the Thrive Fantasy app. Use promo code AVG. Get in there, make some money, make us proud. Do what you do best. Back to the regular scheduled program.
Yes.
Bam, and we're back. All right. Thank you, sponsor. That was great.
That was fresh.
That was great. Yeah, go ahead and check that out. If you want to download Thrive Fantasy, go ahead and look in the description down below. It's right there. So, anything else I need to add that I'm missing? Maybe Saturday games. Remember to set your lineup on Saturday because there's actual games.
Yeah,
do you want to kind of review that Chargers game really fast, like you thought, or is it too close? It's too what's it called?
I mean, I feel like if you started Keenan Allen, you're mucho anger now.
Yeah, I'm very angry.
Yeah, he played nothing. He had one catch.
I think he had one catch on the first. He had a catch on the first drive. I remember that. The opening drive, he had a catch. And I don't think he had a catch the rest of the game.
Yeah, he had one catch for 17 yards. Yeah. So
shitty.
Yeah, it sucks. He had a touchdown target or end zone target, but it
is a tough thing. I mean, Keenan Allen was probably a big part of how you got to the playoffs. So
yeah,
I mean, if he's out there,
you want to play
I think majority of people who had Keenan Allen probably started him.
Yeah,
it's just unfortunate that he was banged up and didn't get the targets and probably didn't play as much as you wanted him to play.
Yeah. Kalen Ballage is a little bitch for coming in and snaking that touchdown.
Hobag. His name actually in Swahili means bitch.
Yeah.
Did you knew that?
And honestly, I don't know if you guys know, but Kalen Ballage lets people. He watches people do his girls, dude.
What is that? A cuck?
A cuckold, yeah. No, he's not actually. That's slander, I think. But listen,
testosterone high today.
It truly is high today. But all right, let's get into it. So hopefully that Chargers game went well for you. It did not go very well for me and Tyler.
I mean, if you had Darren Waller, it's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
He was out there eating.
Darren Waller put 30 points against me in the semifinals. So,
dude,
I'm off to a blazing start.
Can only get better.
Well, that's what happens, dude. Sometimes, it's, not how you react, but how you react when you get hit in the mouth. And can you bounce back?
Dude,
yeah.
And your boy just got fucking
punched right.
Cock slapped in the face by Darren Waller.
Yeah. Took his
the testosterone high today.
Yo, he just won't let go see him.
Jesus, Waller 30 burger.
Every time he caught the
Josh
ball.
Jacobs put up a good game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Mariota looked good.
Yeah. Mariota looked like he had the biggest chip on his shoulder, dude. He was so ready to go out there. Did you know his contract was 2 years for $17 million?
Yeah, if he would have won the game today as a part of his bonus of his contract, he would have got $325,000
just for winning a game.
For winning this game, for winning this game.
Here you go. You won a game. Here's a house.
Yeah, they were talking about it on NFL Network. You could tell you could tell he knew because he was out there diving into the end zone, flipping and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's probably still auditioning. Even if he doesn't stay there, as you said, 2 years. Even if after this year, maybe he's back up one more year, maybe he goes somewhere else and he gets another starting job somewhere because there's just not very many good quarterbacks in the NFL.
And he did look good. He almost ran for 100.
It's funny. We were talking about some quarterback, and I was like, he's still a top 50 quarterback in the world. And you were like, yeah, but that doesn't mean shit. He still sucks. Who were we talking about?
No, that was me. We were talking about somebody.
Probably Nathan Peterman's bum ass.
No, we were talking about Mike Glennon or something. And they were like,
yeah,
or it was oh, he's still probably a top 100 quarterback. And I was like, yeah, he still fucking sucks. I said something like that.
That's fucked up. Because
imagine being the top 50th, if you're the top 50 best golfers in the world, you're still pretty good,
For sure. Mm-hmm. For sure. You don't suck, but
you could
the
show
top
up to a
50 anything, you're
be,
pretty good, right? At something. But your top 50 quarterback,
yeah,
it's only 32
you're the
teams.
45th best quarterback in the league.
Dick.
Technically you suck.
That's what I'm saying. Nathan Peterman is a top 70 quarterback, and he's literally shit sandwich.
There's even quarterbacks who are in the top 32 who suck.
Bruh.
Don't
get me started.
Yeah, depending on the week, Matt Ryan fucking blows.
Yeah, I think Matt Ryan's just over his.
The Bears have two dog shit quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. But
I mean, what do we know? We're drinking fucking.
Yeah,
seltzers.
we're just we're sitting here talking about them. You suck.
You know what QB's better? What button is the Rick Ross? That's the best QB.
Tua Tagliviola.
That one. He's the realest one.
Hey, one thing I can say as a Dolphins fan, I'm pretty hyped so far what I'm seeing of Tua. I mean, they're kind of he's slowly getting more incorporated, and I know they were getting kind of the game got kind of out of hand real quick against the Chiefs, but to see them battle back, just shows like the resilience of them and like not shying away and still battling. But I mean, to see what Tua could do with the cast that we've had, I mean, Gesicki got banged up, Parker was out. I mean, Preston Williams is out. We had 2 players opt out at the beginning of the year, so to see what he could do with like the bums that we have is pretty impressive. Yeah, they just need to start. They need to surround that guy with as many weapons as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Probably a running back next year.
Probably a running back. We need a running back. I would like to see Najee Harris there if I can from Alabama.
We
need a big back. We need a bruiser back. We have these little backs because Gaskin will probably be there. I'm guessing Ahmed will probably still be there again. Maybe even DeAndre out Washington because they traded for him. But we need like that goal line back who can like get the close yardage and just punch it in because like the Breida, the Ahmed, DeAndre Washington, that's not the running back when you get in close. So we need a bruising running back.
I read, and it does fit. I read some people have Najee Harris going to the Steelers.
I mean, that
I'm like, he literally looks like a Steelers fucking running back.
Yeah.
Just a big.
Yeah, we need a bigger back.
I was like, nah, fuck that. But all right. Let's get it cracking, dude.
Good football talk. Dun, 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 dun. I was talking to someone who they listened to the podcast and they were like, all of your guys' drops are copyrighted. Like everything we do have is kind of.
Wow.
It was not a flub.
How?
Yeah. I mean, that is somebody else's thing. I mean, that's.
Dude, you don't hear the little ding at the beginning that we made?
Oh, yeah.
It was no fucking flub.
Yeah, there's
You
not
hear
a
it?
fucking flub. But okay, let's go. So when we go when we go through these starts and
My
sits,
fingers hurt.
we go through these starts and sits. Just know that we try our best to not do these obvious ones. You're obviously playing David Montgomery. You're obviously playing guys like Devontae Adams. You're playing all these guys. So we try our best to look at these like middle tier guys, whether or not you should flex them, put them in your RB2 or wide receiver 2 position. We just go over like the best matchups. So that being said, let's get into it. We're gonna start with quarterbacks first. We always. Are you guys having a White Claw?
I was gonna give you the grapefruit one, but nobody likes the grapefruit one.
The grapefruit one's bomb.
Do you want that one instead?
No, dude, I'm Mexican. I'm predisposed to liking mangoes.
What is it?
I don't know what that means, but all right.
You're predisposed, like you have to like mangoes because you're Mexican.
It's like Dave Chappelle said.
I like it.
I thought you were Asian.
It's like Dave Chappelle said. Shut up. Like he said, black folks are predisposed to liking chicken. They were born to like they're liking chicken when they're born, just like Mexicans and mangoes. You know that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Predisposed.
Don't you guys put mangoes and like put like some spicy stuff on it? That sounded so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that one was a little.
No,
rude.
you know what? Those like little carts they cut
Yeah.
up the mango. What is that called?
It's like the chamoy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
just-
good.
Yeah, he goes, you guys. Who's you guys?
Your
Anyways,
culture, whatever.
What do you
know
mean,
what I
you
meant.
guys?
guys. All right, let's get it though. Fuck it.
All
What do
right.
we got first?
So we're going over quarterbacks. We'll go through the starts. It's week 15. Start Baker Mayfield. Bam. Who's got this one?
Me.
You crazy bastard.
I know. I mean, I feel like he's it's kind of funny, I guess. I was gonna say like a Kirk Cousins, but it's probably more like Stefanski since he's the one that's doing it. I mean, you could see he can get you those 3-4 touchdown games. It's just they work backwards with the run. I think I watched last game. Their first like 7 plays were either a run or a play action. Like they just that's how they get Baker moving outside of the pocket. I think he's going to do good. I think he's going to work off the run game and get you a couple. Not saying that Nick Chubb isn't going to eat, but I think that Baker will get you 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he'll run it a little bit. But yeah, man.
He's been hot.
Well, dude, QBs dude, there's a lot of hurt QBs, dude. There's not that many I mean the leagues that I'm looking at.
Well, it's like I wonder how many people like
or like if you had Stafford,
or
I don't know, you don't feel good with that.
Well, how many people were like started Derek Carr too?
Yeah, that's another one.
You know?
I mean, you just don't know. But I like Baker this week.
Yeah.
Brown's offense looks good. I mean, that game was game of the year for sure. What do you think? That Ravens Browns game?
Yeah, it was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you think he's doing better now that he's not like pressured to like force it to Odell?
For sure. They look good without him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a subconscious thing with him.
Yeah.
I think that, and then also like they got all the team on board with Kevin Stefanski's offense. It's like they're like that run first team. That obviously it's like
Bro, it works.
I don't know.
That play action works. They get that linebacker to freeze just enough for Baker to make that little pass over the top.
If the Browns could lose one of these next 2 games, but they play both the Giants and the Jets, which is kind of hard for that to happen, but that'd be ideal for me as a Steelers fan.
Like you said, the Browns are still the Browns until they prove otherwise. So
yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Dude, I can't breathe out of my left nostril.
I am betting the Browns this week, though.
Are you?
Are you?
-3.5, yeah.
You're nuts.
You're knocking futz.
You're nuts.
I like it.
That's actually not bad.
Nah.
All right, let's go to the next start here. We got Jared Goff.
Yeah, I'm playing Jared Goff this week if you need a streaming quarterback. I mean, I'm not saying, sit your studs, but I mean, like you said, if you have, been streaming quarterbacks throughout the season, or maybe you have a couple middling tier options here at your quarterback position, I do like Jared Goff as a streaming option. I mean, they're at home against the New York Jets. I mean, they're coming off the Thursday night game, so they've had extra time to prepare. I mean, he's had 300 or more passing yards in 4 of his last 6 games. Yeah, I'm just expecting the Jets to come out. I mean, not the Jets, Goff and the Rams to come out and just shellac the Jets here in LA. So, yeah, I like me some Jared Goff this week if you're looking for a streaming option at quarterback.
Put him in your lineup. Don't forget about it. Yeah, I'm not mad at Jared Goff this week.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like C notes, plays Jets, and
Starts.
notes.
That's it.
And starts.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, and I got Jalen
Oh,
Hurts.
shit. What you think?
All right, I mean, this is just like you said it last.
My fingers hurt.
Oh, Hurts, got it. I was like, is he injured? No, so Jalen Hurts, I mean, dude, like you said it last week or earlier this week, I think on the waiver wire episode, it's like he's like kind of like a poor man's Lamar Jackson, but in a way I don't know, since Lamar's not been doing that great, he could be a rich man's Lamar Jackson possibly.
That's right, coach.
Yeah, so whoa. Yeah, Jalen Hurts he had over 100 rushing yards last week. I mean, just that rushing upside. If you're streaming a quarterback, I think like he's great.
Yeah.
Like I have Aaron Rodgers in the league, and it's like I'm tempted to even do that, but I'm not. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to do that.
Don't get cute.
But yeah, I'm not going to get that cute. But I do think like if you're in a spot like you're saying where you had a Matt Stafford, you might be able to reach over and grab like a poor man's Lamar Jackson, and I love it this week. Even though what's it called? Even though they're playing the Cardinals,
I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, to be honest.
I think that the NFC West has been losing games. They're going to continue the tradition. The Seahawks lost to the NFC East. I think they're going to do that again this week.
Oh, Shafal.
Yeah, all these other NFC teams are losing to these NFC East teams. The Eagles just won last week. You know?
Yep. No, I think it's going to be a better game than people will believe it to be.
Yeah.
Because the record for the Eagles is kind of doo-doo, but
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts,
Hurts-
he gives them a different dynamic. I mean, the offense just move the ball better.
He helps everything.
Yeah, I want to see him draw back and hit more guys, but I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So, but what the frick do I know?
No, yeah. But I'm streaming him, so if you do it with me, go ahead. I'll be streaming him with you. So let's go to our sits for quarterback. You put sit Lions quarterback, whether it be Chase Daniel, even if Matt Stafford plays.
Yeah, because I mean his hand hurts, his finger hurts, whatever hurts.
My fingers hurt.
I think I've hit that drop more times today than
Then he'd like
Ever.
this is what happens, dude. Mike promised the best episode ever, and
Yeah, that's the best episode ever.
T-Rep's finger's gonna hurt from pushing that button so
yeah,
much.
dude.
No, yeah, I don't trust Stafford really. I mean Galladay's been out all year. I mean Hockenson's been more than reliable, but yeah, he's not even 100%. So I'm really not trusting Stafford or a Lions QB at that. I think it's going to be more run, which is why I like Swift. We'll get to that later, but yeah, I just don't see him getting you 300 yards and 3 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if it's Chase Daniel. I feel you.
Yeah, he's just going to manage the game and move the chain. Oh, God. If he starts, I'll probably take the under or take the 6-point teaser and tease it down or tease it up.
I'll tease you up.
Stop.
Stop it.
Don't freaking
Stop
start
it.
Don't
All
start.
right. Let's go to the next one here. Next sit. We got Matt Ryan.
The number
I
39
tried to take-
QB in the world.
I tried to take this one from Tyler, but I didn't realize he already picked it.
Yeah, he's actually the number 16 quarterback, but close enough
In the world?
in the world.
All right, fair enough.
What about CFL?
Yeah.
He's probably whatever. Pussy.
Yeah, but Matt Ryan, I'm kind of cheating. He was my sit last week. I mean, he came out only 224 and 1 touchdown. He threw 3 interceptions last week. Got you 7 points if you started him.
That a boy.
I probably lost you your game if you played him last week. If you won, don't make that same mistake and don't play him again. I mean, they're going to be at home against Tampa Bay. I actually like Tampa Bay's defense this week as a streaming option potentially, especially if there's no Julio Jones. I mean, you can't run on Tampa, and so it'll just make things even harder for Matt Ryan, especially if there's no Julio Jones. That's what I said last week with Matt Ryan. You know, in games with no Julio Jones, he just doesn't perform. And Julio Jones, we'll see if he plays this week or not. I mean, they're not really playing for a playoff contention, so I don't know if they'll risk, straining or injuring the hamstring more than it already is. We could get to the point where maybe they just shut Julio down for the rest of the season.
They should.
When you got to think about his future and next year going forward. But I mean, yeah, since their bye in week 10, he hasn't had a game over 14 fantasy points. So yeah, I'm not playing Matt Ryan this week.
Yeah, it's.
I think Matt Ryan's getting to the point where he's been in the league for so long, and you're just so used to him and Julio, and back in the day, Roddy White. Tony Gonzalez was there for a while too. He was constantly putting up these numbers. I just think he's getting old, and not everyone is Tom Brady. And they can, for whatever reason, Tom Brady's getting it done still. At 43 years old, not everyone can do that. Even Drew Brees at 41 is kind of falling off to a tier. So I mean, Matt Ryan's right on their heels in terms of age.
Matt Ryan's old.
Shit, Matt Leinart couldn't do it at 25, let alone 43. so, hey, I'm a USC guy. Shout out to Matt Leinart. I'm just saying. But
Ryan Leaf couldn't do it at 21 years old.
Dan Orlovsky's an ESPN analyst. He couldn't even know how big the back of the end zone was. He ran out of bounds and then just got cut. And he's 38? Yeah. He ain't 40 yet.
I fuck with Dan Orlovsky though. That fool knows his shit. If you ever watch ESPN, that fool definitely knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he was just.
My mom loves his shit.
He's a better coach.
My mom loves your shit.
He's a better coach than a player for sure.
My dad loves his shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Fade Matt Ryan.
This is my fade, my sit for the
Tua
week.
Tagliviola.
Yeah, Tua. Tua's going up against the New England Patriots. I do think that the Patriots come off and win this game. Excuse me, the Dolphins.
He's right here, bro.
The Dolphins. That's what I meant to say.
Disrespect.
The Dolphins. I think the Dolphins win this game.
He said that
it's in Miami.
So nonchalantly.
It's in Miami. Miami has the secret weapon of the stadium. A lot of people don't know about it, but they have the away bench sitting, roasting them in the sun. New England's coming from up north. They just got a winter storm. They're not going to be prepared for this Miami defense. That being said, though, the Patriots have been limiting the quarterback position fantasy-wise, so I'm not going to be expecting Tua to go over there. I think they're going to game manage. He has limited options. There's just a lot of reasons not to start Tua this week. Might be too on the nose or too easy, but
I mean, I like the under in this game, so not a lot of points I'm expecting to be scored here. And then, like I said, I mean, Devante Parker might miss, maybe not. He's banged up with a hamstring injury. And then Gesicki coming off the monster game. He was a start for us last week. He's dealing with a shoulder injury. He may or may not play. He practiced in limited capacity today. So, even if he doesn't play, that's just another player that, for the team that we're already hurting for weapons, we might be down our top 2 receivers heading into this matchup. So, yeah, I agree with you on this one.
Yeah. You got to sit Tua.
Fucking Tua, bro.
Let's go into the running backs for Week 15 for our starts.
Dude, do it.
We're going first. Lynn Bowden Jr.
Oh, my dude. Running back / receiver / football extraordinaire.
What's the award that he won for, what's it called, the most versatile player?
He was the most versatile player in the country last year.
But what's that award called? Do you remember?
Man, no.
But anyways, yeah, I just remember you saying that he won that award, and I had it on my other phone. I dropped my phone in the lake. I lost the stat, but it was like, in terms of
That
like
was so long ago.
I know, so long ago. But I had a stat. It was for Lynn Bowden Jr. coming out of Kentucky. It was the players who forced the most missed tackles in college football last year. And Lynn Bowden Jr. was the number one player. I think it was like him and Malcolm Perry, actually. Malcolm Perry played running back for Navy or quarterback for Navy. They run pretty much the option, so he's pretty much a running back.
It's
So
the
So
Paul
Paul
Hornung
Award.
Award.
yeah. But yeah, Lynn Bowden
Who the
Jr.
hell was that? He's not versatile. I never heard of him.
Lynn Bowden Jr. I like him this week.
My uncle.
For instance, I threw him in here because I have Myles Gaskin in a lot of leagues. Obviously, I'm a Dolphins fan, so I picked up Myles Gaskin early, and I've been rolling with him. He got banged up. He came back. We said start him because he's a solid running back. You could throw him in there. He has a good game, but then pops up on COVID. I think it was Saturday morning.
Chill.
Out of nowhere, you're missing a running back. The way it's planned out is I think you need 10 days until you can come off the COVID list. So since Myles Gaskin was on the COVID list on Saturday, he's most likely going to miss this week as well, week 15. So kind of just a sneaky play here. Lynn Bowden Jr., you can play him in the running back position, even though he's mainly a wide receiver. He's playing the slot for the Miami Dolphins.
He had a pass attempt last week, too.
He had 2 pass attempts. He only has 2 rushing attempts in the last 2 weeks, but over the last 2 weeks, he's had 11 receptions. Like I said earlier, Devante Parker is banged up with a hamstring injury. Even if he does play, he's probably going to see a lot of Stephon Gilmore, so I'm not expecting a ton from Devante Parker. We'll get to him in a little bit. Gesicki's banged up. Does he play? Does he not? Jakeem Grant, he's banged up. He's week to week. They're saying he's questionable. He might not even play. So it's kind of like the last man standing here is Lynn Bowden Jr., especially with some of these running backs. Gaskins should be out again with the COVID situation. So, yeah, I do like Lynn Bowden Jr. here if you just need – like I said, I have Myles Gaskin. He was my RB2 pretty much for the whole season. So I'm just going to throw Lynn Bowden Jr. in as my running back slot, even though he's a wide receiver, especially in PPR leagues. I do like Lynn Bowden Jr. I mean, Tua's got to throw the ball to somebody. And if you're telling me you're throwing the football to the most versatile player out of college football last year, that means that he won it over CeeDee Lamb, DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor. Like, he won that award over all of these other rookies that came out that are balling. Justin Jefferson, he won the most versatile rookie award, or college football player award, over all of those other rookies entering the draft or entering the NFL this year. So, yeah, I do like Lynn Bowden Jr. In this week. So I think just kind of, last man standing, get the ball in his hand. The guy's a playmaker.
Yeah, the Raiders were tripping letting him go.
Yeah, when they made that trade, I was pretty hyped, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
That was so weird to me that I feel like you never see something like that.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah. Like a rookie, and then you have him for like what? When did you guys get him preseason?
So the Raiders drafted Lynn Bowden, and then they traded him to Miami at the right before the season started.
Yeah, it
right
makes sense
before the
during
season
a draft, maybe, or like.
But I think what it was is they were trying to make him a running back where he's more of a receiver.
They probably were like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
we got."
And
the
then, like
wrong
Andre
guy.
said, he threw 2 pass attempts last week because he played quarterback for Kentucky. He kind of got thrown into that role where there was no one else who could play quarterback, and he was like, "Hey, coach."
Put me
He's
in,
like, "Hey, coach,
Put me in, coach. So he has the opportunity to even do a trick play where he can get you a passing touchdown, which a lot of receivers don't have that upside.
Did you guys see that Russell Gage dime that he threw last week?
Yeah.
That was dude.
it was nuts."
That was like that missile that
It was not a flub.
that Mahomes threw. Well, remember earlier in the year he had that deep ball he threw to Julio that went right through his hands.
Mm-hmm.
So Russell Gage he got that touchdown arm. Kid.
He on top of it. Let's go to the next one here. We got Cam Akers. I mean, the dude's been balling.
Peace. It's about time, coach.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it before. I think it was better late than never, but never late is better. I mean, it's kind of, towards the end of the year, but I mean, the last 3 games in PPR at least, Cam Akers, 14, 16, 21. He's had 20 or more touches in the last 2 games. I think we're kind of, seeing the changing of the guard here for the Los Angeles Rams. I know there's still the 3 running backs there, but Malcolm Brown wasn't really involved, and Darrell Henderson's kind of just was spelling Cam Akers there. They're going to be at home against the Jets. I'm expecting them to get up big, and I do like Goff in this game because I think they put up some good points. I think they're going to want to try to get this offense clicking heading into the postseason push for them. And then more opportunities in the red zone, more opportunities getting inside the 5 equals more scoring opportunities for Cam Akers. So, yeah, I love Cam Akers this week. I threw him in here because I had a couple people reach out to me personally and asking, Cam Akers or, Wayne Gallman. And I was like, Cam Akers. It was like Cam Akers or I can't remember what the other one was. It was, and it was Cam Akers. Every time anything asked me, it was like Cam Akers, Cam Akers, Cam Akers. So I'm just going to go with the hot hand. They're feeding him the rock. It's a money matchup against the New York Jets. They do have a better run defense than a pass defense, but that doesn't matter. The Sean McVay and the Rams offense is good enough to get it done on the ground against the New York Jets.
Yeah.
You got to start Cam Akers. I mean, after the past couple of weeks, it's been nuts.
Yeah, I mean, 3 touchdowns in 4 games, but it's his snap percentage too. He went from 18 to 27 to 62 to 81. So I mean, gradually he's just playing more and more and more and more. He has 1 receiving touchdown a few weeks ago against Tampa, but that's the only thing that probably stopped him from having the best game ever last week. He didn't find the end zone, but I mean, he had 194 total yards. So
he's gonna find the end zone
for sure. He looks good.
Does they play Sunday, right, or Saturday?
I think it's Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, they got Malcolm Brown.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
At this age, Malcolm Brown is who he is. He's like 27, 28. He's not. You don't have to worry about him anymore. Cam Akers is that dude.
When you just watch Cam Akers run the football, you just see how good he is, and you see why they drafted him in the second round. Sorry.
Because their O-line isn't even that great, dude. He was just 8-yard run, 9-yard run, 10-yard run.
I'm just excited for next year. Hopefully they'll kind of,
give him that
give him, the full reins of the backfield, and then you can really see what he could do with the full workload. If he's getting a Dave Montgomery type workload,
what round? Top 2, 3 rounds.
I mean, I don't think he'll go that high. I think he'll be like a 3rd or 4th rounder, but I think he'll exceed that.
What's fucked up is
so in our league
that's where I drafted him.
Late 3rd.
Probably, yeah. In our league, our league's really competitive.
Yeah. Cam Akers.
I think he went in the 4th in this league this year. So yeah,
Cam Akers is a touchy subject for me, and I would appreciate if we went to the next running back.
Okay. Cameron Akers.
Sorry, he's breaking my heart.
Okay. Oh, that shit's funny.
That shit's funny. All right, start DeAndre Swift.
Oh, another fucking rookie, huh? Who fucking talk? Damn, I brought 2 rookies. Yeah, that's me. DeAndre Swift. Yeah, just alluding back to the whole QB thing. I mean, a rookie QB's best friend, as you can see with Miles Sanders, is a good run game. So I feel, I'm sure AP will get some looks too, but I just think DeAndre Swift's going to eat. I mean, for that exact reason, especially if there's no Stafford. I expect more points if Stafford doesn't play. For that reason, and Swift can catch out of the backfield too, so it's not like he's one dimensional. He can do both. So
yeah, I mean, he's had 3 or more receptions in every single game except for 1. Yeah. So if you're in the PPR league, he offers you a safe floor.
Yeah.
And then if they're just gonna like kind of with Akers, they're gonna kind of like give him more work as the season winds down. That's only better for a guy like DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish Miami would have drafted him.
That's all right. Hey, there's
always next year.
Hey, that North Carolina running back is nice, coach. He real nice.
All right. This one's mine here. I got Raheem Mostert.
Ow.
Did I lose somebody?
Ow. Right there. Right here.
Yeah, I know, but I had these ones next to each other. Somehow they. All right. I got Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. Jeff Wilson Jr. If Raheem Mostert plays, I think you got to start him. But if he's out, I think Jeff Wilson Jr. is a really decent play against the Cowboys defense. Cowboys defense not very good against the running back position. Actually, not very good
against any kind of human being.
Anybody that on the offensive side of the ball, they're not very good at like keeping them behind the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying?
They're like the Cowboys from the Little Giants.
But yeah, so that being
Cowboys
said,
and Little Giants were good.
No, just Spike was good. Spike was the only good one. That's Leighton Vander Esch. Once Spike got hurt, they fucking sucked.
I never really watched the Little Giants.
Spike? Yeah, Spike was a kid, the coach's son with the weird tooth, remember?
Oh, was he?
Yeah. And then he's like, you're a girl. And he's like talking shit to Icebox. And she's like, nah, I got this fucking fat butt. What's good? We're going to win this game. You guys see that part in the movie where she said that?
No.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
But yeah, Cowboys defense is giving it up like Claire. So
special
Raheem Mostert or Jeff Wilson Jr. Whoever, if it's if they're both in, go Mostert. If not, go Jeff Wilson. All right, we'll move on to the next one here.
I like it.
J.K. Dobbins.
Ooh, this is a rookie epitho.
Yeah, truly.
I just realized I picked hella rookies. Same thing. I mean, Dobbins looks good. I know Edwards out touchdowned him, but he only had like 7 or 8 carries. He just happened to. I mean, one of them was like by the goal line. That second one was nasty, where he put that move on him, switched ball carrying side and took it to the end zone. But still, Dobbins out touched him, 15 carries. Another good outing, got the 1-yard touchdown. I mean, touchdown in 3 straight games. He just looks good. I mean, through and through. I mean, catching the ball, running the ball. I mean, just more and more he's getting implemented into the game plan. I mean, they run the ball a shit ton anyway. Lamar threw for, 120 yards?
Yeah, like if
that.
Lamar throws for like 200 yards, that's like a huge game. His average yards per game is probably so small, like passing yards.
Yeah, because I think Dobbins has a safe floor now. Like, I think you can feel comfortable starting him. It's just a matter of his ceiling. But I think he's going to get you a solid 8 to 10 points in half point. But he gets he finds the end zone. I mean, look at Ingram last year. They run. I mean, it looks like you can start both of them. To be honest with you, him, Gus Edwards, and Dobbins. Mark Ingram is you can drop him probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
yeah, he's out like
Damn.
Trout.
Yeah, he's out. But yeah, no, J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, 3 straight tugs. Do it.
Do it. Put him in.
Do it.
All right, let's go to the next one here. Not Jeff Wilson. We already did that. Oh, this one's mine. Here we got
Drake! Drake!
Thank you. We got Kenyan Drake. Plays for the Arizona Cardinals. All right, so Drakey Poo-Poo.
What's awful?
He a good guy. Playing up against the Philadelphia Eagles. I feel like he's looked better in this latter half of the season.
For sure, he has.
He's been
what I
finding
mean?
the end zone a lot. What has he got, like 5 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks?
Yeah,
Has he?
let's just say
I think something like that. He's been finding the end zone a lot. I think a lot has to do with in the beginning of the year when they would get close, Kyler would run it. You would run it.
Yeah, I had a lot of
you
runs
were
against him.
snaking
you
all
would
of
run
his,
in there.
all of his touchdowns.
Tyler, you're
After
right.
Kyler hurt, or after you,
Yeah,
after
my
you hurt
shoulders.
your shoulder,
Yeah.
they've really been relying on Drake when they get in close, and this is kind of what we're just all hoping for in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
That I get hurt?
No.
That Drake would get some goal line carries
Okay.
and actually get, because he's been getting the touches. I mean, the guy's been getting 18, 20 touches a game. I mean, he's top 10 in touches, top 10 in yards. It was the touchdowns that he just wasn't getting because he was getting snaked by
Me.
a.k.a.
It's
Kyler.
because he knows that I don't really fuck with him like that.
Yeah. But, yeah, I like Drake. Maybe I'm just a homer pick from the Miami days, but, obviously he hasn't been the RB1 that we've all wanted him to be, but I feel like he's been a pretty solid RB2.
Yeah, in the
For
last couple
majority of the
weeks
year.
for sure.
So where do you take him next year?
Third round. Third round.
Yeah. So the Eagles have a decent run defense, but they're still allowing. They've allowed 13 touchdowns to the running back position, rushing touchdowns. Just that, not yeah. It's all rushing, so they don't have any receiving touchdowns to running backs. But that being said, that's third most. It's tied for third most in the league. So that being said, I think Kenyan Drake I think he finds the end zone this week. If you're on the fence on it, I think, like you said, solid RB2 play. But yeah, this one's a sit. No,
It's not a stand. You know what
all
I mean?
right. Well, this is
It's
the.
definitely not a stand.
It's not a stand. We got Todd Gurley.
Yeah, Todd Gurley's mine. I mean, he just hasn't been getting it done. I mean, he's had, let's see,
4
he's
straight
had,
weeks of shit.
yeah, he's had 9 since their week 10 bye. He's had his total touches, rushing and receiving. He's had 9, then he missed a game, 9, and then 8. So he's been held to under 10 total touches, 3 out of his last 3 games, I guess, since the bye. PPR points 4, 3, 5. I mean, that's just not it. He's trending in the wrong direction. And if I have Todd Gurley, he was so touchdown dependent for majority of the year. I mean, could he always come in and find the end zone? Yeah. But I'm just not going to bank on a guy who's trending in the wrong direction in the semifinals where it's win or go, win or go home. I'm trying to get to the finals. I just can't trust Gurley in this matchup, especially against a tough Buccaneers defense that, they have the best rush defense in terms of yards per carry. I think they're only giving up like 3.3 yards per carry, which is like the best in the NFL. They're only giving up like 70-something yards per game on the ground, which is the best in the NFL. I mean, you got Ndamukong Suh, those linebackers over there. I forget what the names are. Devin White. Is Devin White one of them?
What do you mean, dude? They got fucking Jason Pierre-Paul and his 4 fingers ready to fucking the 4 horse. The fucking he's a leader of the 4 horsemen. Yeah. Fucking.
They just got a good front 7 there for Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers over there. Like I said, they have one of the best, if not the best, rushing defense in the NFL. Devante David. That's what that was one. But yeah, I'm not starting Todd Gurley this week.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Frickin' frack. I'm not either.
Yeah,
so
I'm good. I'm good on that. I think we all tried to pick Todd Gurley and then realized Tyler took it. For our sit.
So that's what happens when you get your picks in first.
Listen, when you freaking suck, everyone wants to tell you suck.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Speaking of suck, Sony Michel.
Yeah. So you said Patriots running back, so I just threw that in there. Is that what it is, Sony Michel?
It's just any of these running backs.
Yeah.
I mean, Sony Michel got a little more work, but still not getting enough. I think Sony Michel's days are behind him, especially with Damien Harris and how good he looks. Quote me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that Damien Harris is the highest graded running back on Pro Football Focus. I mean, I know Chubb is up there as one of the best ones, but I'm pretty sure Damien Harris right now is the number 1 overall highest graded player on Pro Football Focus. But yeah, I'm not playing Damien Harris. I'm not playing James White. I'm not playing Sony Michel. I'm not playing any of these Patriots running backs against the Miami Dolphins defense. Miami's defense has been playing really good. I know they just gave up 30-something points to the Chiefs, but, I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I was looking at some crazy stats. Obviously, I follow a lot of Dolphins pages on Instagram and social media and stuff like that, being a Dolphins fan. But it was talking about how we Christian Wilkins is the rookie we drafted a couple years ago. We drafted this rookie this year, Raekwon Davis, and we I can't remember when we drafted him or free agent or whatnot. This guy's Zyler, I think his name is.
What?
Yeah, Zyler.
We need to get him on the show.
Tyler, and Zyler.
Holy fuck.
But yeah, all 3 of those defensive linemen are like their grade or like they rank like in the top 10 in terms of like run stopping defensive linemen. So yeah, just not a good matchup for these running backs. Cam Newton doesn't look very good. I'm not expecting the Patriots to put up a lot of points at all in this matchup. I get it in week 1, I think they scored 21 points. Could be wrong on that. But I think that was, week 1.
No one had film on Cam.
No one had film on Cam. You don't know what kind of offense they're running and stuff like that. But now that you see it and you see how, ineffective and inefficient Cam has been, and then especially with how good this Dolphins secondary is with Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, I just don't think that the Patriots are really going to be able to move the football at all against the Dolphins. So yeah, I don't like any of these running backs for the Patriots. And then even if they get close, you got Cam Newton who could snake the goal line carry from Sony Michel, James White, Damien Harris. So I'd be fading these guys. I'm interested to see what Damien Harris could do next year if they kind of just give him the workload. And I don't understand why they don't get him more incorporated in the passing game because he can catch the football.
Yeah, they just don't give. Yeah, they don't. They're so loyal to James White.
If they don't re-sign James White because he's in a contract year, I think that'll be a sign of saying, hey, and obviously if they don't go and draft a guy, maybe they did draft J.J. Taylor out of Arizona, so maybe that'll be the next James White. But if they get rid of James White in free agency, they let him walk, then maybe that could be a sign that they are willing to, expand Damien Harris's role in the passing game going forward next year. But yeah, this week I don't like any of the Patriots running backs.
Yeah, it's gross.
I don't think I'd be playing any of the Patriots players, period, this week, to be honest.
Yeah, like Jacoby
like,
Myers.
Who are you playing? I mean, I think you're getting Edelman back, but even then, it's like I'm not playing Edelman after he hasn't played in so long. And
yeah, it's
even then, I think he's had like one good game all year where he had like 200 yards.
I don't even think he wants to come back this year. He's like, fuck.
He's like, this year sucks.
You got to activate me? That sucks.
This is the worst year of my life.
I'm going to Tampa.
All right, what are we ready? Here we go. James Conner. This one's
it's not
Tyler's.
yours because you're a Steelers fan and you would never say sit a Steeler.
Yeah, especially against the Bengals.
But I freaking will, dude. I mean,
it's been rough. You're right.
Yeah, he has 1 rushing touchdown in the last 7 weeks. That's pretty shitty.
Well, I mean,
The Steelers pass it 75 times a game and drop it 37 times a game. That's pretty much it. I mean, I feel like they're just going to be smacking him. I mean, I can maybe get like a garbage time because they're running it out, but James Conner just hasn't looked good at all.
Yeah. I mean, he was out for like 2 games out of those 7, but you're right. The running game just looks like shit.
Hey, that's why I said he has 1 touchdown in 7 weeks and not 1 touchdown in 7 games, coach.
Very good.
You see how I freaked that frack?
As a Steelers fan, do you think that James White will be a Steeler next year?
No.
They don't re-sign guys.
Yeah, they don't usually get guys from. They'll probably draft a running back.
Dude, Anthony McFarland.
If I had to guess.
Dude, Anthony McFarland.
But the problem is Anthony McFarland's not big. They need a bigger back, and James Conner is like the bigger back on the team.
Yeah, he's a big pussy.
No, you know what I mean? No, like they need someone else that's bigger that can, force it through. They need to work on the line because we need more depth at line because everybody's injured. So that sucks.
They do need a bigger back to get hurt and miss a couple games a year.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure. No, I'm just.
But yeah, no, I totally understand you possibly sitting James Conner. I think out of the next 3 games though, if you're gonna play James Conner, this is the game to play him though. Because we play the Colts and then the Browns after that. But, yeah.
I guess we'll freaking see.
We'll see, baby.
We'll freaking see then, huh, Coach?
But, yeah, I'm with you. All right, I got Clyde Edwards Helaire. By the way, I looked up we talked about it a little bit earlier. Is Lamar Jackson's average yards per game? Do you want to guess what it is?
181.
Nope.
209.
It's 152.
Passing yards per game?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Damn. Is that for his career this year?
That's career.
Damn.
But, yeah, so the Chiefs go up against the New Orleans Saints this week. The Saints have, you don't really have to say much. The Saints have a pretty stout defense. That's actually the number 1 defense in the league. Number 1.
Numero uno.
Number 1. Yeah, so the number 1 defense against the running back position in the league, fantasy points per game wise. They've only allowed 5 touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns on the year. Yeah, it's just gross, and you just don't like. It seems like Pat Mahomes just throws the ball so much. And I just can't imagine. I feel like there's no way he maybe he sneaks in the end zone, but I just I don't think there's very much upside this week if you're playing Clyde Edwards.
Yeah, I feel like he's underwhelmed this year, would you say, based on his draft capital that a lot of people spent?
Oh, yeah, he was going, I feel like, at least in the first round, right?
Yeah, for sure.
5th overall in a lot of leagues.
Yeah,
4th
I
overall.
took him 6th overall in one of the leagues. I've been kicking myself because I'm thinking, like, it was either between him and Derrick Henry, and I went with the hotness of the Chiefs and, thinking of what he could be in that offense. And now I'm just seeing what Derrick Henry's doing, trying to get that 2,000-yard season. It's like, man, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
I feel you.
But for sure. Play Derrick Henry, by the way.
I think it also sucks for him because he wasn't like the RB1 you drafted in the first round, but he wasn't like a bum or a bust. He was just like a solid RB2.
He just was too overhyped.
He was like a solid RB2 who would get you some RB1 weeks, but he wasn't like getting you he wasn't busting for you. But then obviously when they got Le'Veon, that changed the whole landscape of everything. For sure. We'll see next year if they keep Le'Veon or what Darrell Williams and stuff like that. We'll see what the landscape of that backfield looks like. A lot of these rookies going, CEH, Dobbins, Swift, JT. It's going to be Akers. It's going to be nice to see what they can do in year 2, especially if we can get a full training camp and, the preseason games and stuff like that. And then if they get the full workload, of a guy. I always say like David Montgomery because I feel like he's just a running back who gets he gets a solid workload. If they can get like that type of workload, I think all those running backs are they're all can't miss guys. If you draft them next year.
Yeah. Definitely. Let's go, baby. We got Jets running back.
What?
This one's me. I put in Jets running backs. If you're thinking about playing any Jets running backs, this might be one of those ones. We're running. I was running out of people to pick, to be honest. They have the hardest matchup against the Rams. Maybe if you were in a pinch, you were thinking maybe I'll pick up Ty Johnson or Frank Gore or P. Ryan. Don't do it. Just I don't know. This could be a quick one. But if you're thinking, if for some reason you're thinking to be sneaky, play a fucking Jets running back, don't do it. Hey, you think that's funny?
God help. If you're in the playoffs and you have a Jets running back,
I don't know.
You.
Well,
Godspeed.
bro,
I hope you're loaded at receiver.
Dog, what if they have Ronald Jones?
Or Ronaldinho.
What if they have Rojo?
Pick up Lynn Bowden Lynn Bowden and throw him in.
Yeah,
your
maybe
running back spot.
they didn't get Lynn Bowden. Yeah. They tried to, but they don't have the waiver order.
Pick up Kyler and Tyler. Throw us in your running back spot.
Hey, one of us will score. We're Siamese twins, so we get double points.
I'm just saying, it's very possible.
All right, man. I don't know, Coach.
Anyways, all right. You guys picked all the good ones. Fuck off.
And the bad ones.
All right, let's go on to. I think did you guys do all your starts and sits for running backs?
No, this is it right here. It's my last one. But it's quick. It's Giovanni Bernard. He fucking got benched after 3 carries. He fumbled, then his backup fumbled, and then they had a big fumble party. Everybody was invited. Bench his little bitch ass. I wouldn't play him. That's all. See, that was quick. He just hasn't been doing good anyway. The whole Bengals. Joe Burrow is that dude.
Yeah, it just shows you how the offense has just totally done a 180 since Burrow went down. Because those first couple games when Mixon went out, Gio Bernard in PPR put up back-to-back 20-point games. So he was a guy where you're like, okay, I have the running back on a pretty good offense. Maybe not elite, but an offense that's good enough to drive down the field and put up some points with Joe Burrow and all these receivers.
100%. And
then now when Burrow goes down, it's just Ryan Finley, Brandon Allen. This offense is just it's not even remotely close. The teardrop from Joe Burrow to what they have now.
It makes me teardrops. Your boy's crying. You feel me? I got you, Tyler. Don't trip. We're here.
Nice, like that one.
All right, that's it.
All right, so let's go to wide receivers. All right, we got first one. Start T.Y. Hilton.
If it isn't, thank you, Hilton. Go ahead, T.
I mean, yeah, sometimes, you just got to go with the guys who are
so hot right now.
And, I mean, I know T.Y. Hilton has burned you, but, I mean, the last, couple weeks, I mean, my guy has literally been hot like Hansel.
He's burning DBs, you feel me?
He's got 80 or more receiving yards in 3 straight. He's got 4 touchdowns in his last 3 games. In PPR, 18, 25, and 25. I'm going with the trend again. They're at home against the Houston Texans. I mean, if you picked T.Y. Hilton up off the waiver wire, he might be a league winner for you actually heading down the stretch here. And I think I've said it multiple times. I can't remember it exactly. Don't quote me on it. But I'm pretty sure I've saw a stat where it's like he just owns the Texans. So whenever the Colts play the Texans, T.Y. Hilton has a game. I'm definitely dialing up T.Y. Hilton. Like I said with Gurley, he's trending in the wrong direction. Some of these other players are just trending in the wrong direction. I'm not willing to take the gamble. He is trending in the right direction. The stock is going up. I'm definitely 1,000% throwing T.Y. Hilton in my lineup. I threw him in here because I saw he was, granted, he was probably dropped in a lot of leagues. So, is he on a lot of teams that made the playoffs? He could have been on teams that weren't very good. Maybe they didn't make the playoffs. But he wasn't being started in like 50% of the leagues. So
yeah, I dropped his bitch ass.
If I had T.Y. Hilton, I would be finding ways to get him into my lineup, at least as the flex position. Because I think the upside is massive. I mean, the guy's just been putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's crazy with his numbers, dude. He's like a abacus.
Bro.
With his numbers.
Nope, I fuck with him. Liked him last week. I didn't think he was going to ball, but he balled, and now he's going to keep balling.
Yeah, his hairline is so far receding.
Dude.
He bald.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you really knew that, but that thing is that he be saluting you from the back here.
Bald.
All
right, speaking of Colts wide receivers, we got Michael Pittman Jr. This one's yours here, Dre.
Seaway.
Take it away, baby.
All right. I mean, I feel like this is almost based off T.Y. Hilton kind of coming on. I feel like, Michael Pittman came on strong. He hit that, little rookie speed bump. Last couple games hasn't been doing – he's not killing you, but, I mean, he's a rookie. It is what it is. I think now that T.Y. Hilton's going to garner more attention, I think he'll get back into the end zone this week. I think he's going to get – people are going to start focusing more on T.Y. again, and I think he's going to slide in there. And because, I mean, he's a big boy. He can be physical at the number 2 corner. I just think he's going to get it done. Not a T.Y. game like he had last week, but he can get you 75 and a touchdown.
All right, I'm asking for a friend. Double flex league. My second flex. Michael Pittman or Tim Patrick?
Ooh, Michael Pittman.
I'm going to go on Tim. Wait, let me see. Really
I'm going to go Michael Pittman.
I'm going to go.
I have Tim Patrick in there right now. Tim Patrick's been solid.
Tim Patrick has a huge personality.
Your friend has Tim Patrick in there.
No, I have Tim Patrick.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking
I get
for
my
friend. My friend is me. I am
my own best friend.
Yes.
He said, it is true. My therapist said that I'm my friend first.
I like it. Everybody's talking crap about Michael Pittman, Drew Lock, and I don't know why.
It's not that.
He's not that bad, dude.
No, it's not. It's just their offense.
I think because he just started rapping on the sideline, people got butt hurt.
Bro, he's a beast for that. He puts on.
This is crazy. What I'm doing right here, DJ Chark. Am I crazy, guys?
With Baby Shark?
Am I crazy for telling everybody to play DJ Chark?
I thought that. No.
No?
No.
Against the Ravens?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I just think I think he had like 2 receptions last week, but it's
There we go. That's
he
a
had
good
9
start.
targets though.
Yeah,
he's getting a lot of targets.
He had like 2 or 3 targets in the end zone where he just missed a touchdown.
Yeah, like the targets are there. So I just think this isn't like, if you have DJ Chark, you have to start him. But I do think if you're in a pinch with receivers, say you're like, maybe you bench Keenan Allen because of that, and you go ahead. I think you can play DJ Chark as a flex option. I know it's crazy against the Ravens, but he was getting a lot of targets. The game script, they're probably going to be behind. I could see him definitely getting like a touchdown and maybe like 80 yards, 70 yards, or something like that.
Yeah, but he's paired with Minshew again, so I think we saw
Minshew,
when Minshew's in the game, that's kind of his guy that he goes to. Glennon and Jake Luton.
Because I was about to play him.
They obviously have their guys that they target on.
For sure.
But Minshew's guy we saw last year, and even the beginning of this year, it's DJ Chark. That's the guy he locks in on.
Well, it's like I feel like I was gonna put him as a sit, but then I was looking more into it, and it's like, okay, well, he's getting involved. It's not
He went from a sit to a start.
Yeah, crazy.
Damn.
But yeah, so that's one of my first start.
All right. Well,
this one's Tyler's. I tried to take this one from him, and he said, "No, bro, that's mine." We got Brandon.
But we've talked about him a lot on this show. We've had him at starts.
We've talked about him like preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 1,000% throwing Brandon Aiyuk in my lineup. I mean, Deebo Samuel's out. He's banged up. I mean, Kittle's designated a return, but he's most likely not going to play this week. So, I mean, you have Brandon Aiyuk, Jordan Reed, and Kendrick Bourne. I mean, I don't know. You don't have too many players there. So, I mean, Brandon Aiyuk has just been on a tear. I mean, last week against Washington, 10 catches, 119 yards. He's had 75 or more receiving yards in 5 straight games. And these are his PPR points the last 5 games. 17, 23, 20, 20, 22. I mean, my guy he's been a savage.
Slept on, too.
Being slept on. I mean, I think I'm guilty of that. I think, I thought obviously it's kind of hard, because Debo's been banged up, majority of the year. Kittle's been banged up, so it's kind of, last man standing. But I think, Shanahan's a good coach. He's probably one of the better coaches, I would agree.
Yeah, he knows how to scheme his
guys. He knows how to scheme players. He obviously goes out and he gets his players that fit his system and his offense. He knows how to incorporate them. He knows how to get them the ball and game plan. And Brandon Aiyuk as a rookie, I think, we keep talking about Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, some of these other guys and what they've been able to do. But I think Brandon Aiyuk's not getting his fair share of love for what he's been able to do as a rookie with, Nick Mullins for half of the game. So
and Beathard's bum.
Yeah, I do like Brandon Aiyuk this week. I would be definitely trying to find a way to get him into my lineup as much as possible. A great flex play because, obviously if you have Brandon Aiyuk, you probably got him on the waiver wire, so you probably have some better options as your wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. But if I can get him in as my flex spot, I'm 1,000% playing Brandon Aiyuk in this matchup this week.
You all in?
I call.
All in.
So, I mean, this leads the first question I received. So, they said if I'm wrong, my left arm gets chopped off was the first thing they asked. They said, but it was Aiyuk or McLaurin half-point PPR.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm going Aiyuk.
What about you, Mac?
Seahawks defense has been getting better. If Dwayne Haskins is throwing the ball, then I'm going Aiyuk.
See, that's what I feel.
If Alex Smith is throwing the ball, I would play Terry McLaurin.
See, that's what I said. But it's so close because, I mean.
I'm still going Aiyuk. McLaurin's only got 4 catches in the last 2 games combined. I mean, my guy just had 10 catches last week alone.
I mean, he did just play.
He did just play with Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, he had half out Dwayne Haskins last week, and as banged up as the Steelers defense the week before. It's like
if you have Gaskins,
that's a hard defense.
You should pick up Haskins.
The Steelers just basically tried to shut down Terry McLaurin, and that's why you saw guys like Cam Sims getting the ball like fucking. He got like 10 targets. It didn't even make any fucking sense. Nobody even knew what his name was.
I like
before.
Cam Sims too, though.
You know what I mean? Maybe Dre did, but I don't know.
No, I didn't start it, but I mean Scary Terry's a beast, dude.
So I would start. I don't know. That's what I think.
I'd have Brandon Aiyuk up there. He'd probably be like top 15. He'd be like in that 15, 16, 17 range for me right there. He'd be up there. Like
so beer bet.
I'm starting him over a lot of players. Yeah.
Beer bet. If Alex Smith plays, I'll take Terry and you take Brandon.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Ooh, I like it.
I'll take Brandon Aiyuk over Terry McLaurin.
All right, Chris
I don't care if you're out there fucking throwing them passes.
Well, then I would definitely take. Wait, you would take Brandon Aiyuk if I was throwing the ball?
No, I was gonna say
Terry McLaurin.
I was gonna say. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That is who's throwing Terry McLaurin passes. Fucking Haskins.
You think Haskins is bad, bro? You want to see me?
He goes. You ain't seen bad till you see me.
Listen, dude. I'm tall. I'm white, and I can't. Dude, I will say one thing. It's not like I throw the ball like a girl or something, but like I just cannot. I'm not accurate. Like when people run routes,
I thought you said tall quarterbacks.
They just work. I mean, I'm not that tall, but. I'm not 6'6".
Dude, show him that fucking 7-step drop I've been showing you.
I'm not saying I throw the ball like a girl, but I mean I throw it like a sissy.
You throw like Phillip Rivers?
I just throw it to the wrong player.
Yeah. You can't even run without falling, so yeah.
Bro, stop. It's
Right.
so crazy what you're saying. Dude.
All right. Well, that's one of my.
I honestly could sue you for slander for what you're doing right now. You're slandering my name.
That was one of my starts of who or who. We'll get to the next one later.
Okay. Jalen Reagor.
Dude, I did fucking all these.
This is a long podcast.
Dude, I picked 4 rookies. Dude, legit. Swift. Same shit. I mean, Jalen Hurts. I mean, we saw the first week it was more run. He obviously he broke the 100-yard threshold on the ground. I mean, he didn't look bad through the air, but I feel like he didn't really have to because they couldn't stop the run. So I'm kind of excited to see. The next, this upcoming week, how they open up the playbook. Reagor only had 2 catches, but I think this week him and Hurts get going a little more. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I know you heard, I was saying that earlier. So I think each team is going to get at least 3 tugs. However you want to split that up, I don't know, but I think Reagor blows the top off. I think he'll get you. I think he scores a tug, personally.
I like it. I think so too. Jalen Hurts
rookie
makes
to
the
rookie
offense better
for sure. He can extend play, and when you watch when he's scrambling, he'll roll out. He still looks to pass, but he obviously knows that he can run. They can't catch him, so he takes off. But he's still looking to throw the ball downfield. Is what I like. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna fuck with Jalen Reagor for this week. And
I think it's a good move, and I appreciate.
Fucking send it in.
Send it in.
It's the only week I'm gonna frickin' say it too.
Okay, let's go on to my next start here. I got Marvin Jones.
He's a beast.
This is indicative, I think. I don't know. I feel like they have a decent matchup against the Titans. Titans defense does not look good. They have no pass rush.
They don't.
So that being said, I feel like even if it's Chase Daniel, I think it's still a good move, Marvin Jones. It's kind of like a.
He's been eating, dude.
It's kind of like risky a little bit, but if you're in pinch, I like it as a flex. PPR leagues especially.
I like the move.
I mean, it's not impossible for him to get like 100 yards and a touchdown.
Man, and maybe I didn't notice it before, but
did the Angels go win the pennant, dude?
It could happen.
Yeah, bro. The Angels could win the pennant. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Marvin Jones be running angry though.
He did buck that Bears player in week 1.
Like, I've seen him do a couple times. Like I was like, has he always been so damn mad? Like when he runs, I fuck with Marvin Jones.
He's like, we keep fucking losing.
Yeah, he's out there.
I'd be mad too. It sucks losing, dude.
I think.
How you gonna get bucked by a light skin who sings like Usher?
And he be singing, and he sings in Spanish too. He be singing that Despacito, and then just trucks your bitch ass. You don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right. This one's a sit here.
Yeah, this is a sit
what?
for me. I'm sitting Devante Parker this week. I know it's my guy.
So is Brian Flores.
I'm the biggest. I'm the biggest Devante Parker truther. But I mean, if he does play, he came back in practice. I think they're saying that he had a slight hamstring strain last week, which made him lead the game. He gave you a goose egg if you played him, which was a good. I don't want to say it was a good matchup on paper, but a matchup where the Dolphins were going to be chasing, so the volume could have been there for Devante Parker, a guy who you just throw it up to him, he goes out and makes the plays, kind of like how Gesicki was doing. But yeah, this week, when you're telling me I'm going to get a guy who's dealing with a hamstring injury already, like could he leave the game? Could he pull a Keenan Allen? Where he comes out and he's on a limited snap count, or
he starts but doesn't.
He starts but he doesn't finish, and then on top of that, he's going to be seeing the Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore. I know I always joke around it. If you listen to podcasts, I always say that Devante Parker raped Stephon Gilmore last year in Week 17, which he did. But I think Stephon Gilmore's gonna have that, that bad taste in his mouth of, hey, I remember what you did to me last time.
That rapey
I want to shut you out this time. So my guy's not 100%. He's going against one of the best corners in the league, and what we've seen with Tua is that he doesn't really force the ball to Parker like Fitzmagic would. Tua kind of just goes through the progressions. He makes the right read. He makes the right play. So, yeah, I would be fading Devante Parker in this matchup right here. I just can't, it's Devante Parker. Can he come out here and catch a touchdown, a contested catch touchdown? 100%. Sure. That's what he does. That's what he's good at. But, week 15, trying to make it a championship game, I would like some more safer options if I could do it. Devante Parker. He'd be out like my top 30 wide receivers if I had to rank him.
Do you think that he needs to? Do you think he's scared, Devante Parker, of Stephon Gilmore? Do you think he needs to go?
Are you stupid or just dumb?
Do you think he needs to go to church?
Or is you dumb?
No, he's definitely not scared.
I think he's scared.
He's a scared motherfucker. What do they call him? He's a scared motherfucker. Go to church.
Listen, bro, you couldn't even run with a healthy hamstring. Imagine running.
Bro,
with
that's so crazy that you're lying right now on the podcast.
Really, dude? Because I wish Anthony was here because he would vouch for it.
Dude, okay.
Oh,
Go wake him up.
My word's not bond. My word ain't good here. No, I'm just kidding.
You weren't there.
You were there when he fell.
You weren't there when I caught a dime, bro.
Was this in Arizona this past weekend?
Fucking 80
Mike
yards.
makes one catch on a 4-4 game, and
I played defense. I swatted out of the air. I was like fucking Richard Sherman in his prime, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so dude, don't even
then,
come
dude, you're in the wrong business.
We were playing with Kai, and Kai looked at me and he was like, "Dude, do you want to get my agent's number?" That's what he asked me afterwards. We got water together, and he was like, "Hey, I mean, if I get you in football shape, we can make this work." It was crazy, dude.
I think we should do it.
It was nuts.
Remember that show?
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
Hey, remember the show Made on MTV?
Yeah, I love that show.
Dude, we should fucking make you into NFL DB.
I want to be made.
Hey, me, Tyler, and Kai, we wake up every morning at like 5 o'clock. Fucking, hey, you gotta eat, you gotta run, you gotta run.
You're ripping my cigarettes apart. No more of this.
No, fuck that. We're smoking them in front of me.
Blowing whistles. All right, next sit we got Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Boyd, Tyler Boyd. I like that. I'm sitting Tyler Boyd. Like we kind of said with Gio Bernard in the rest of this Bengals offense. Since Joe Burrow's gone down, it just hasn't been the same. I know, Tyler Boyd was a sit for us a couple weeks ago when they played against the Dolphins. I think Anthony was the one who said sit him. I said sit T. Higgins. We're just saying sit all those guys because we don't like the matchup. I know he got you the 70-yard touchdown, but if you watch the game, it was on like a busted play. They literally threw like a 2-yard pass.
Yeah, and he was gone.
He just ran down the sideline because Miami blitzed the house, and he took that little 2-yard pass to the house. I don't like this matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers coming off 2 losses. They got to get back on track. They got to get back in the win column. They're fighting with the Chiefs for that number 1 overall seed. And then, Mike, we were watching the game the other day, and, we were talking about how, Mike Hilton was balling. We were like, oh, man, he's playing the best right now, actually. I get it was that game at that time, but, I mean, Mike Hilton playing some good football right now. He's the guy who lines up predominantly in the slot, so, he'll be seeing a lot of Tyler Boyd. I just don't like this matchup.
Yeah.
With Brandon Allen as the quarterback. I mean, I guess there's always the option of them chasing, so maybe he gets a little garbage time touchdown here and there, but I just don't like the upside of what he could have had if Joe Burrow was in instead of
You guys played him 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
The only reason he did good was he had one like underneath route that he ran like down the sideline and got away with.
Yeah.
It was not like
that's not just what I just said, but yeah.
Oh, my bad.
No, dude.
Listen, dude. If you want to be made into an NFL cornerback, dude, you gotta fucking pay attention.
I gotta pay attention.
It's the fucking details, man.
Pay attention. Yeah, dude.
My dad said that ADHD is not I'm not retarded. That I'm actually. It's a superpower, and I just gotta learn how to use it.
Okay, Kanye. Well, this is the thing.
Thanks, Dad.
Got a good brain.
Dad, you're so smart.
That's so perfect. That was perfect.
Dad, thank you
Listen,
for that.
but has your dad ever tried to be made into a fucking?
No, Dad, I don't want to take my pills anymore.
Dad, I don't want your life. Dad.
Yeah, actually.
Is that Varsity Blues?
That's actually happening.
I don't want your life.
That's actually a conversation I feel like I've had with my dad.
Either way,
about sales.
We got to make it happen.
Okay, Corey Davis.
All right, listen.
We got to get through this podcast. Dude.
Yeah, Corey Davis, he's been just cold chilling. Coming off three catches, 34 yards against Jacksonville is doo-doo sandwich. I think it's going to be a big King Henry game like T saying. I mean, he's going to get to that 2,000 yards, I feel like. If not, he's going to run for at least 150. You have A.J. Brown. I think Jonnu Smith. I think Jonnu Smith finds it again, finds the end zone. I see Corey Davis being a secondary or what's that word? Tertiary option? Third? I don't know if y'all knew that, but that's how that goes.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah, tertiary.
Nice.
Yeah, that's third. But he's actually fucking fourth, so whatever. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be good this week. He is a boom bust though. If you're looking for that boom game, I mean, yeah, but I'm looking for more safer floors in the playoffs. I don't want guys to give me two. I mean, ever. But
I think I go on the opposite on this one. He's been consistent for majority of the
year. Has been.
And in a game where I feel like you can run on the opposing defense, that just opens up the play action. And we kind of touched on, I think, we said, I think A.J. Brown at the time was wide receiver 23. Corey Davis was wide receiver 26. So it's like they're 1A in a 1B scenario there. So I feel like if you're confident playing A.J. Brown, then Corey Davis would kind of be in that category. But I hear everything you're saying.
Yeah.
He said, I hear everything you're saying, but you're wrong.
But I respectfully disagree.
It's for the people. Hey, it's all right, man. That's
Mama's wrong again.
It's
okay. I said just sit Jets running backs.
Yeah.
Let's sit. So we're going to sit Breshard Perriman.
Hey, my notes for this, I put Jets suck. That's literally what I put. Which they do. They do suck.
You got to continue it and put ... on purpose.
They suck.
They're doing it on purpose, dude.
Hey, they put
not
that
the players.
on Gase, not on purpose, on Gase.
Dude, Gase is doing it.
He's
in, bro. He's in on the fix.
They're just their whole offense, man. I just want Sam Darnold to get out of there and go somewhere else. They suck.
I wouldn't mind if Sam Darnold was in
49er. I hope he goes to the 49ers. But, yeah, I mean, the whole offense is in shambles, obviously.
Bro, you want to trade in your handsome quarterback for Sam Darnold's mono ass?
Fuck yeah, I would.
All right.
That's
your final answer?
Dude, 100% couch.
Okay. Sorry.
I do want
with your
his
analysis.
Laugh. No, I mean, that's it. The Jets just aren't very good. They're not really trying to win. I just know that a couple people have played Perryman or put in, like, Jets receivers. Jamison Crowder is the only one I'd really be considering playing.
Well, I think because Jamison Crowder was questionable, like it was like a game time decision last week.
Yeah, he's a hoe.
So I think
I'm just fine.
I think that's why a lot of people. But to your point is like this is not the week to be streaming Breshard Perriman, even if all those guys were gone. They're playing the Rams.
I faced him a couple of times this year and he scored. Or he had
Jalen Ramses.
But Breshard Perriman, stay away. Don't get cute. I don't care if you're a Jets fan and think they're going to be chasing. Because the spread's like 700 million points.
I don't care if you
Don't
made
do it.
out with my sister. Don't play Breshard Perriman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, my sit is Antonio Brown. So I had Antonio Brown as my start and DJ Chark as my sit, and I switched them. Am I just crazy, guys?
Dude, you're knucking futs.
I'm so nuts. But I think you need to sit Antonio Brown. He had his season high of targets last week.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I think he had 13 one game again, like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, misread that. Never mind. But he only had five targets last week, which is gross. That's not good. There's too many options. I mean, it's like just when you think like, oh, it's Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Antonio Brown, Scotty Miller catches a bomb last week. And you're like, Scotty does know.
Oh, dude, he did know
And you're
that.
thinking to yourself, Scotty does know.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, damn.
So,
Ding, 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 ding.
so yeah, I mean, I'm just like as good. Everything that they're throwing to Antonio Brown, he's not playing that like depth guy anymore. He's been playing kind of like underneath a little bit. So it's just kind of like a different Antonio Brown. So I'm not trusting it, especially in playoffs. I think it's a little bit too risky of a move. Could he come out and have a good game? Of course, but I'm putting my money elsewhere. I think on this one in week 15. You know what I'm saying, boys?
Oh, for sure.
I don't.
You don't. You want to start Antonio Brown? Tell me you're gonna put him in. Put him in, dude. Put him in your lineup. I'll trade you him right now. I'll send it to you. Even though I don't have it in our league, but I'll give it to you. You start him?
Think you can.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you add R on the end of that. You're telling Kyler to fuck off. This is my next sit. I got Tyler Lockett. He's been forgotten. He's like the forgotten child in the Seattle offense. Washington's defense is also very good. It's actually like impressive to watch Washington's defense.
Bro, I said they're going
I
to be
think
like
they
the
got
Niners, dude.
They got two. Did you?
Yeah, I did actually. I'm trying to find the clip where I said that. I just can't.
I swear I was right around here. I think it was in this episode.
It was episode 36,211. But yeah, they look good.
I mean, yeah, like it's actually kind of a fun defense to watch. Chase Young's insane.
Sweat
is crazy. He's actually is the reason we threw an interception.
My dude Kerrigan.
Pittsburgh played them.
And Kerrigan was like trying to get out of there too.
So I feel like if there's a Seahawk receiver you want to start, it's DK Metcalf. I don't think Tyler Lockett is going to be the guy. There's that Scotty Miller touchdown I was talking about to play.
No, I feel you. Hey, Lockett's had a lot of like bust games. Like he's had a few games under like 4 where you're like, and then I always remind myself that's why I never get Tyler Lockett. I always face him when he blows up, but his shit games are just like, and he'll still finish like, you know what it was? You know what I thought of to you when you were talking about Amari Cooper? I feel like that's Amari Cooper that you're talking about. Like his bust games,
bust.
Yeah.
his bust games. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like.
What a bust. Hey, dude,
Exactly.
Tyler Lockett's got crazy bust game, dude.
Dude, his bust game, he's so fertile, dude. He could his bust game is A1.
His bust game is
Dude,
fucking nuts, dude.
He's a virgin, you know that?
Yeah, he's a fucking pussy.
No, he's
dude.
not.
He's a virgin.
No,
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah.
No, I don't
He's
seriously.
saving- I was watching
It's-
him. He's a virgin. He's
so-
saving it for marriage.
No, he's
not
not.
married.
Do you think
Is that why him and Russell Wilson get along so well?
He's just talking about like I'm a virgin. They're like, so you don't do anything? He's like, well, I could do other stuff. He's like, but I'm a virgin. He's like,
What?
I'm saving it for marriage.
Do you think
I
that?
don't know, I'm just saying what I saw on the interview.
Do you think that like he was hooking up with a girl and his parents caught him and then they were like, Tyler,
Girls are the devil.
No, they were like, Tyler, lock it up.
That's a good one, Mike. That's a good one.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to set that up. He almost fucking interrupted my punchline.
No, that's
I
a
would
good
have
one.
been pissed.
That's a good one,
Is he
dude.
seriously? I still can't believe it.
No, yeah, it's nuts.
Lock it up. Yes, mommy.
All right, let's go. Let's move.
Sorry, mommy. Sorry. Wherever he grew up.
But yeah, Ty Lockett, gross.
Wow.
Actually, I mean, yeah,
He's like vagina gross.
grass.
Sex gross.
Gross. P in the V, gross. Start Logan Thomas. We're on the tight ends, by the way, guys. Let's go to Logan Thomas. You want to start him. How about if Dwayne Haskins plays?
I mean, ideally, if Dwayne Haskins plays, it's obviously going to take a downgrade for Logan Thomas. But, I mean, my guy he's like top 5 in terms of, like, routes ran for the tight end position. He's out there. It's not like he's splitting snaps with any other tight end like some of these other tight ends can be. He's out there, a majority of the snaps. He's running a ton of routes. I mean, you would like to see Alex Smith out there. He's been more successful recently with Alex Smith on the field. Alex Smith hasn't practiced yet. He's dealing with a calf injury. Like a calf strain. The reports are that Alex Smith, Coach Ron Rivera came out and said, Alex Smith, he can miss the whole week and still start if he's okay to go.
No, that means that's how bad Haskins is.
That's how bad Haskins is. So, I don't know. Even it doesn't matter, honestly. It's so hard, especially when he gets like the tail end of the tight ends. I mean, I think outside of Kelsey and Darren Waller, Hockenson, I think you can throw into that group too. I mean, outside of those guys, it kind of is a free-for-all on who you're starting at the tight end position. But, I mean, the guy's had 10 or more PPR points in 6 of his last 8 games. So, I mean, he's a big part of that offense for him. Outside of Terry McLaurin, I feel like he's the number 2 passing option in that offense. So, yeah, I do like Logan Thomas this week. I mean, at least they're at home.
All right. This leads to my next segue question.
Oh.
No, it's perfect. It's for tight ends. This is Nobi wanted me to ask this. He's like, see what we got to say. Hockenson or MarkAndrews?
Ooh.
That one's tough because Hockenson has been so consistent all year. Only thing I could say is I might go Andrews, but you got to pay attention because the news came out that Hollywood Brown, Miles Boykin, and James Prochet, they all popped up on the COVID list. So they didn't test positive for COVID. They were just close contacts. So we saw a couple times, Big Ben, Stafford, a couple of the players, you're a close contact. And as long as you test negative leading up until Sunday, then you can play.
What is it, 5? It has to be 5 consecutive days, right?
I think so. So, I mean, if those guys play, then I think that would downgrade Andrews' value because he's been boom or bust.
Yeah.
I just think Hockenson, if you want the safe floor, why mess around? I mean, Hockenson's going to get you 5 for 50 and the touchdown upside potentially. I mean, for me, more, I kind of like that safeness, especially with the tight end position. Like, let me just get my points, But the last thing you want to see is 2 points.
So Andrews has a higher ceiling, though? I mean, he does. Yeah. He can get you the 2 touchdown game.
Andrews has the better matchup, too, I think.
Yeah.
So what would you go, Mike? Andrews or Hawk?
I'm probably going Hockenson still.
Hockenson?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Hockenson because the Ravens don't like him.
You just want to agree with me.
Whoa, dude! What the fuck, dude? You come at me all the time saying, dude, you're contrarian. Everything I say, you gotta be like the opposite. That's crazy.
That's testosterone high today.
That testosterone high today.
Dude, me and Tyler get so mad at each other, and then I think we're getting to the point where now we get mad at each other, and then we both are like, oh nah, he didn't mean that. At least I did. At least I feel like that.
Nah, I fucking hate you.
I fucking hate you too.
He's like, the feeling is not mutual, bro. I do not like you, though. I do not like you, though.
Dude.
No, I was just curious. I mean, because
I hate this guy.
What do you say, Hockenson?
No, I mean, when he asked me, I thought the same thing. I was like, well, Hockenson's like set it and forget it now as far as like tight ends. But it's just Andrews can get you that 2 touchdown game because and the thing is, you'll be able to tell early in the game. Like, if you're watching and Lamar Jackson's hitting MarkAndrews, you could tell. You're like, all right, this fool's about to eat.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. And it's a half-point PPR, so, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if all those players miss, Hollywood Brown, Miles Boykin, I mean, those are, 2 of the top 3 wide receivers, outside of Willie Snead. If those guys are out, then I'm probably going MarkAndrews, especially if it's Chase Daniels throwing the football to Hockenson. I'd rather have Lamar Jackson throwing the football over Chase Daniels.
But we've noticed though that rookie or like less experienced quarterbacks tend to rely on tight end positions.
Yeah.
But Chase Daniels is the Jay Cutler of backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's a highest dude. He makes more than a lot of
No,
motherfucking quarterbacks.
I feel like Mariota's got to be the highest paid backup.
Dude,
right?
this dude Chase Daniels has had like 3 contracts of like
This
15
fool Chase Daniels probably made
million.
over $100 million as being a backup
Dude,
quarterback.
he was with the
crazy.
Bears. He was with the Saints. Now he's with the Lions. So here's my thing.
So he's like a real life Alex Moran.
So
Yeah.
So if Chase Daniels plays and those COVID guys come back and play, then who do you start? So if Hollywood and the boys are back, but Stafford is out.
The boys are back in town.
Hollywood and the boys, they're back.
I think if Daniels is the quarterback, maybe I lean Hockenson. Just because at least Lamar, when they get in close, he does look for Hockenson when they get in the red zone. Daniels, we don't know.
Yeah,
We-
no, I'm just saying because
we
my
don't know
guy
what they're
Chris,
looking for.
he'll be wondering this, so I'm just trying to cover all the
No, 100%.
bases. But yeah, that's how I see it. If
Is it 100% or 100%?
I think it's 100%,
I think so too.
right? I don't know.
I don't know.
100?
I was just asking.
Yeah,
I don't know. 100.
100.
So yeah, if Stafford doesn't play,
HUNNID.
right? If Stafford doesn't play and the guys from COVID come back, it's more on Stafford. If Stafford plays, I go Hockenson. If not, I'm probably more towards Andrews.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variables in that question.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask.
Stafford, you got the Hollywood and the boys.
Hollywood and the Hollywood and the boys. COVID, A, it's running rampant, as you guys would say.
It's like, what if Marquise is like he coughs up blood? Would we say Hollywood's bleeding? Oh, Post Malone. Get down with the sickness. Post Malone song.
Okay,
All right.
coach.
All right, let's go to the next start.
My boy Bobby Tonyan.
We got Robert Tonyan.
I mean, he's gonna ball. I know I said it as a joke, but he was on Good Morning Football. Shout out to Good Morning Football. They're the best.
I do actually like Good Morning Football.
Anybody they interview,
Shout out K. Adams.
Super
okay,
diverse,
hey,
dude.
shit.
Hit me
Baby-
up, dude.
hey.
It's your boy T.
baby girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of those girls are hot, but the problem is a lot of their parents and like their brothers are all like big athletes.
He just I was like,
No,
you know
so
their
it's like-
family,
so
their
you-
family or what?
Yes.
So what? I get to make an athlete with her?
No,
Dope.
what you get to do is get like, bro, you think have fun being like, oh, dude, I'm the fastest kid from school, dude. They're all gonna just shit on you on any
Bro,
type
we're-
of anything.
we're
Still
so
gonna be
faster than them.
Yeah. I'm
What?
still running by all those guys.
How?
How about here? Tag me, and I'll just juke him and I'll run around. And me and Tyler.
I think you've just never seen me run, so you don't know how fast I am. I'm so fast. I make other people look
less fast.
not
I
fast.
just all I know is like your speed comes through from your ass, and
Listen,
I've
all I
seen your
know is
ass
that I
before.
can run without falling, and I think that's 90% of it.
He said speed comes from your ass, and I've seen your ass before. Like you saying his ass.
Bro, he was trying to tell me Art, your roommate Art would beat me in a race.
I mean, he probably would.
Oh, that's so fucking nuts, dude. He's like 4'11".
So, dude, I'm short. And I'd beat you in a race.
That's crazy, dude. You got like 40 pounds on me.
Dude, I'm still fast. I know, that's crazy.
Just
You're
kidding.
right.
I actually probably don't. You probably don't.
No, I
but-
probably do. I don't know about 40 pounds. But
How much do you weigh?
Shit, like 205.
You got like 15 on me.
I was like, damn, dog, you thought I weighed 230?
I don't know.
bro.
I just said a number. I also forgot I weigh like
Yeah.
190.
Yeah, no. I mean, but I, you know what? This happens to me all the time. People, I mean, T will tell you, I played football with him.
Yeah, Dre's deceptively fast, and he'll juke you out your shoes.
I look like I could be. I you know what it is? People think I'm like Mike Tolbert, but I'm really like LT.
These
like-
are facts.
telling you.
I've literally seen him juke a whole football
You're like
team.
Eddie Lacy.
I'll take the cheeseburgers.
That's so crazy for me to say that. I'm sorry.
No, you good, bro? What do you mean? I'll take the cheeseburger. He was good for a year. He had
Good for
one solid
2 years. Two years.
He was solid. He's probably, dude.
I
I
fucked with Fat Eddie.
Cheeseburger Eddie.
I would love to see. I still remember Jerry took Eddie Lacy with his #1 pick the year he literally sucked so fucking bad. I wonder what he looks like now. He's probably a fullback. Anyway,
But Robert Tonyan was on
Probably hanging out with Trevor
GMFB.
Richardson.
no, dude, this is a perfect segue, dude. Eddie Lacy was on the Packers. Bobby Tonyan's on the Packers. Yeah, he was on Good Morning Football, and anyone that they interviewed be balling lately. They had T.Y. Hilton, they had Miles Sanders, but really, I mean, he is the sneaky #3 tight end on the season,
Yeah.
which is still crazy. He's had some more bust games,
Yeah.
but now he's starting to get a safer floor. I like him this week. I mean, Devante Adams is going to get all kinds of attention every single week, week in and week out. But I just like Tonyan in the offense. Aaron Rodgers finally has a tight end that he likes to throw the ball to. So I fuck with Bobby Tonyan.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. I like it too.
That's it, Catch.
Put him in. All right. This one's crazy because we all hate this guy. Tyler Higbee.
Beancha Tyler.
I mean, they're playing the Jets. It's one of the best matchups
in the world.
They're giving up the most points to the tight end position out of the league. They've given up 12 touchdowns to the tight end position. They're giving it up to everybody.
Dude, like Claire.
So, yeah, giving it up like Claire.
Man. Shout out to Claire's.
Yes, shout out to Claire's. Me and Tyler know Claire, right?
Did she?
I do know Claire.
Yeah, me too.
He said, we have been acquainted. We have met.
She has some crazy stories, huh?
Bro, you were just
She does have some crazy
you
stories.
were so unenthused about Tyler Higbee, dog.
This girl, she would show up at work and start telling you a story, and you'd be like, "This is nuts."
Uh-oh.
You're like, this happened 25
I
minutes
feel like
ago?
you starting Tyler Higbee's nuts.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's not as crazy as benching Jets.
against the
running
Jets,
backs.
dude. You don't think that he could end up in the end zone? I think
No, he'll end up running routes into the
Is
end
Tyler
zone.
Higbee
but-
one of the biggest busts outside of this matchup? I think it's like you said, it's
he
on
got a
paper.
touchdown like 2 weeks
Do you
ago.
think this is one of the bigger busts on the season?
Yeah. Him and
Yeah.
Hayden Hurst probably.
Yeah.
I think Clyde Edwards
Oh.
hurt the people's feelings the most.
I don't know. I
mean, bro, if
Edwards
you
has still
draft
been
someone
all right. He's
fifth-
still top 20 running back.
Yeah, but if you draft someone 5th overall, like you are not, what you got out of him is not what you wanted.
Yeah, but
I see what you're
he's
saying.
Still a top 20 running back.
I'm just saying is like I think it broke people's hearts because they,
So did
I
Le'Veon.
don't know. I disagree on that one.
Jeez, dude, why can't you ever just agree with me? All right.
Fucking hate you.
Tyler said that to me once. All right, can we go on to our sits? We got Greg Olson,
Dude,
Seahawks
sit.
tight end.
Wait,
Sit him.
is he finally back?
Well, I just put in. You said Seahawks tight ends.
Oh yeah. just Will Disley and the boys.
Will Disley and
Willie and the boys.
what is it? Hollister.
Yeah, and Hollister and who's the other one? Don't they have one more?
I mean, if you have to start one of these tight ends,
Yeah,
God
this is
bless
what's
you.
worse, this one or my Jets running backs?
this one.
This
Yeah.
is worse.
Dude, there's no more obvious ones. Except, hey, hold on. Disley scored last week. Don't play me. At least he found the end zone.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not finding the end zone this week. I'm just saying, Willie and the boys, you're right. There's other options that I could have hated on, but I chose to hate the Seahawks.
Okay.
And I'm hating on Willie and the boys, all three of them boys. Greg Olson, too. God bless his heart, though. I hope he comes back and plays in the playoffs. But, yeah, I wouldn't play any of them. I wouldn't.
Who's going to win the NFC West?
The Rams.
Seahawks.
I see the Rams.
I think the Rams is the most complete team.
Dude, they're so
You guys
underrated.
are both wrong.
They're underrated.
Who's going to get last?
Ooh, hey,
Niners?
hey, hold on, dude. Can we get another beer bet? Two beer bets in one episode for T?
Sure.
Sure. I'll go Seahawks. Win the division.
Well, dude, then I have no freaking choice but to go Rams, coach.
And it's on the board. It's on the board.
Can't wait. Kyler's beer bets.
Rams versus Seahawks.
All right.
NFC
But, yeah, sit him. I mean,
West.
all bullshit aside, I really wouldn't play him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel you,
damn.
bro.
Damn.
Okay.
Speed kill.
Next sit, we got Hayden Hurst. This one's Tyler's.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm just sitting Hayden Hurst. I mean, he was pretty solid for majority of the year, and then I don't know, these last 4 games, he just totally has fallen off a cliff. I mean, I know a lot has to do with the absence of Julio Jones, but I know the player just trending in the wrong direction, and I just don't want to trust it. With my, fantasy playoff life on the line here, I'd be fading Hayden Hurst in this matchup.
Yeah, he can run my
Yeah.
fade.
Falcons against the Buccaneers.
As gross as it is, I would play Tyler Higbee over Hayden Hurst.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You got to go with the matchup on that one right there. Even
I
if
mean,
Higbee doesn't put up a ton of numbers, maybe he only gets you 2 for 24, but they get in close, gets you a little red zone, target, finds the end zone. Hayden Hurst is I don't know what it is. He's just
hurt.
you know what it is? I just think Matt Ryan, he literally looks through all 3 receivers and then Hayden Hurst.
For sure.
It's like he doesn't just look for Hayden Hurst. Like it's like Julio Jones, no. Calvin Ridley, no. Russell Gage, no. Okay, Hayden Hurst.
Zacchaeus on the sideline.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the Rams, at least, they'll have specific plays drawn
sure.
out just for Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, and they'll run a lot of 2 tight end sets for sure.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's go to mine. Is this fucked up that I did this, dude?
What?
I put Mike
You're kind
Gesicki
of a
in here.
scumbag, but
Going up against the New England Patriots defense, it's pretty good defense, I would say. How many touchdowns do you think the tight end position or they have given up to the tight end position?
I already know the answer. It's 2.
1.
You're right. It's 1.
Yeah,
Damn it.
That's all. That's a lot of games for there to be.
Do you know
only
who
one.
who scored it? Mike Gesicki. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I was gonna say that
I'm
makes
just
me
funny.
look really bad.
I'm just
But I just
he goes, that makes me look really bad.
no, but I just don't like the matchup in this one, and I feel like Mike Gesicki is so on and off. And if I'm gonna guess on whether or not he's gonna be on or off this week, I'm gonna say that he possibly will be off. I do think that there's a chance. He came out of the game last week? No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we don't even know if he's going to play this week. He practiced today on a limited.
That's what I saw.
Limited
I saw
participation,
that he practiced. That's why I was.
He might play, but they were talking about him missing a couple weeks initially with the shoulder injury.
He looked like he was in pain.
Yeah, he looked like he was in pain. So we'll see if he plays or not. But yeah, something to monitor.
Yeah, I just don't like the matchup mostly. And if he doesn't play, that also adds to it.
Well, if he doesn't play, great call by you. If you think about it, if he doesn't play, you're fucking.
If he doesn't play, put him in your IR spot. Save him for a couple weeks. I told you guys this is gonna be the best episode we've ever done.
Oh, I have one more. It's a defensive question though.
All right, that's cool.
Would you rather start? Who was it? I know. Nobody give me one mo. Oh, it was Bills D or Tampa's D.
Tampa.
Really Tampa?
Oh yeah, I love Tampa's D this week.
Yeah,
especially
I love Tampa D.
Yeah, if there's no Julio Jones, yeah, give me the Bucs defense all day, every day.
Bills against the Broncos? No.
I feel like the Broncos, one of those home field advantages that people don't really understand. It's cold in Denver. Obviously, Bills are comfortable with the cold, but then you get the altitude. I mean, when you're not used to playing in that altitude, it definitely factors into the opposing team.
Yeah, the altitude really is something different.
And
I
can
lived
run on the
out
Bills.
in Colorado. It really does.
You can run on the Bills, so I like Melvin Gordon this week. I think you could dial up Melvin Gordon as a solid RB2 this week if you had him. So I think ground and pound. Drew Lock's got some weapons. It's not like he doesn't. We'll see if he can get it done. Where Matt Ryan has just been terrible without Julio Jones. So I'd go Buccaneers. And then you can't run on the Bucs. Gurley, Brian Hill, Edo Smith, they're not going to run on the Bucs.
They're more like ball carriers.
If the Bucs lose to the Falcons, do you think that's it for them?
I would be shocked.
Yeah,
I would be shocked.
They're gonna do what they did to the Raiders.
I do like the Bucs by a lot.
By a lot. Okay, what else you got? Dre, Jesus.
that was it. I had 3 questions.
Okay, Issa, last question right
That
there.
was it. That was 3.
All right, dope, dude.
Hopefully we.
You're back to need water, Dre.
Seriously.
Thanks for listening. This has been the AVG.
The best podcast ever.
The best podcast ever
Yes.
recorded in the entire history of podcasts. We invented podcasting here in the AVG studios. A lot of people don't know that, but the first ever podcast was recorded in this room, actually. Ever. So you're part of history right now if you listen to this episode. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Do all that. Subscribe to us on the Apple Podcast app. Leave us a rating and review if you haven't already. YouTube, subscribe, like the video, do all that stuff. Leave comments of any start-sit questions you got for us.
And good luck.
Good luck for your
You
fantasy
scumbags.
team, you stupid.
Playoffs.
I'm just trying to win a game.
My fingers hurt.
But yeah, thanks for listening. And us big boys are out. Best podcast ever recorded.